Alright guys, welcome to this module. This is our second week of our graphic design training. In our first week, we talked about introduction to graphic design, principles of graphic design, introduction to the Photoshop interface, understanding the basic tools in Photoshop, and I gave an assignment. Okay, so in this module, now week 2, we're talking about understanding layers, smart objects, smart filters, adjustment layers, blend modes, and the pen tool. We also talk about the gradient map, the brush tools, the shape tool. We also talk about understanding fonts, the usage and the application. Okay. We'll talk about understanding dimension and sizes for designs. Okay. So let's get started. First on our list here is understanding layers, smart objects. Understanding layers. For you to understand the layer, you have to know that this your work area here, where you make your design, whatever design you are doing here, whatever thing you do here, it will be shown in this place called your layer section. This is your layer section. Okay, you can see this background here. This background that I just click on, see it here. If I close it up, you will see changes to this thing. Are you seeing changes? Are you seeing changes to the background here? So this is our background from the first layer here. This is our original background. Okay, which was, you can see, which was white, which is a gradient color. Let me take this thing off. So our original background was a gradient color. Okay, so that's the first layer here. So as you add more things, it will be piling up. So that is the layer section. This is your original background. So when you bring in another thing into the Photoshop work area, it will come over the background, the original background that you started with. It will come over it. So that's why when I brought this image, this is the background here. Then I did some things to it. Okay, so we'll still talk about that thing. Then I brought another image. Sorry, I brought another image. This is the background. Then I brought another image, but I closed it up later. See it now. You can see that this thing is looking white now. This is another image, but I closed it up. So in your layer section, you can close up things that you don't need. You can see all these things that there is absence of that eye symbol on them. When I begin to open them, you see that there are changes to the design. You can see. So I closed them up. Okay, the layer section, it's it comes one after the other. When you do a work, when you bring something on your Photoshop work area, when you do another command, or you bring something on a shape or a text or a color, or you bring an image outside of your Photoshop into your Photoshop, sorry, it piles up in the layer section. Okay, so after your background, you see this image, you see this image. Okay, the next thing I brought in, it's this increase sales. Okay, so that's how Photoshop layer works. As you are clicking on something or a text, or you brought an image, or you brought a shape, it piles up. It comes after the previous one you just did. Okay, you can see this area, it's closed. There was a car there, but I have closed it up. I hope you understand. So this is the layer section. Each theme comes off one after the other. You can see this is our rectangle. When I close it up now, this rectangle have gone off. Okay, so you can see there is a text on the rectangle, and that text is on top of it, so it is above the rectangle. Let me click on the text, see the text. So you can see the rectangle is below here. So if this text it should be below the rectangle, you will not see it because it is below the layer. For example, see this text. Okay, this is the text. Let me take it below the rectangle. See, rectangle 2. This is the text. Let me take it below the rectangle. You find out that you won't see the shape again. You wouldn't see the text again because I have taken it under the rectangle layer, which should now make it not to be visible. You can see I'm gently dragging it down. Okay, so this is it. You can see now the rectangle has disappeared. The text has disappeared because now it is under this rectangle. This rectangle here, this is it. This one. Now see my text. It is under the shape. So you can see after the text, you see the shape. So it means that this rectangle shape is above the text. So you cannot see this text. I hope you understand. So if I drag this text above this shape now, you can see now it's now visible because it is now above the shape. So this is the idea of the layer section. Whatever thing you do, it will be above the previous one. I hope you understand. So for this shape hiding now, this shape now, it's below the text. So that's why you can see all the text on it. All these text you are seeing here, they are above this shape. I hope that is understood. And from your layer section, you can rename anything you want to rename. So let me say I want to rename this Allotech Designs Hub, which is the Gmail. So I can just click on the text, double click on it, you can see. I'll now put Gmail and say enter. So I have renamed this Allotech Designs Hub. I hope you understand. Renaming your layer section, it makes for easy identification of your work area. Okay. So one thing you can do again in the layer section is you can group similar things together. For example, you see this one here, this icon, this Facebook icon and Instagram icon, then this Allotech Designs Hub, the WhatsApp icon, the phone number, the email website address. I can group them together because they are contact details. So for me to group them together, I will just come here and mark them. Okay, so I'll mark this one, I'll mark this one. I'll go to the Allotech Designs Hub. Okay, sorry. So I will mark this, I will mark this. Okay, okay, I'll mark this, I'll mark this, I'll mark this. I hope you understand what I'm doing. I'll mark this. Then let me go and mark the website address itself. While marking, I'm holding down control on my keyboard, okay, to mark. I'm holding down control on my keyboard, okay. So I'm looking for this Alotech Designs Hub. Where is it? Where is it? The website address. I think it's somewhere here. Is it this? Oh, this is it. So I changed to Gmail. So I'll mark it. So I've marked all these tests here. Okay. What I will now do, I'll now say Control G. Control G to group them because they are the same, they are under contact information. Look at them now. You can see the phone number, the visitors at, the Alotech Design Hub, which is for the the Facebook page and the Instagram page. You can see this K, L and A is this icons you are seeing, okay. This shape here is this thing here. It has disappeared now. If I take it off, it has come up, okay. Then this Gmail is this, sorry, it's supposed to be website. It's this one here. If I close it up, you can see it has disappeared. So I've grouped them. Look at it now. So I can rename this group and say contact. I double click on it to rename contact details and click enter. So I've renamed this group. I've renamed these things. They are inside this group. So grouping your work will make here to be less cumbersome. You won't have to see many things in this layer section. I hope this is understood. So let me group another thing now. For example, I want to group my background. You know that this is my background from here to here. So I'll just mark them, holding down control and marking them, and I'll now click Control G. Sorry, Control G. Okay. You don't need to group your background, okay? You leave your background the way it is. Okay, that's this thing for your layer section. Okay, I hope this is understood. So what next we'll talk about? We'll talk about smart objects. So see you in the next module. Thank you.